Hi guys, welcome to my channel. And today we are going to spend a moment talking about, what are the basics of weight loss? What are the three basic things, the three steps you need to think about because it's the beginning of the year. Everybody's trying to lose weight and we need to get experts in front of us to help us answer that question. Today I have a wonderful guest, Cody Watkins. He is a fitness trainer. He's built like one and he's trying to help us to look like one as well. So Cody, man, you're the man. Love your tattoos, by the way. So tell me a little bit, help us out, man. It's the beginning of the year. People are trying to get into shape and there's a lot of approaches, but I want to hear what yours is. So tell me how you would approach it when it comes to getting started.
Yeah, very simple. Your main movers are actually not going to be going up and living in the gym, right? So before we even touch that, we want to make sure we have a solid foundation, right? You don't build it on sand. So number one, first thing I check off with anyone I work with, it's movement. So a lot of people, if they're not seeing the scale drop, don't feel like they're toning up, anything like that, they might be going and doing a crazy amount of cardio in the gym, but maybe they're not even moving throughout the day. They got a desk job, they're sedentary. So if we just put in a little bit more activity here, it's a lot easier to get up, take a couple water breaks, things like that, and burn some calories than it is go hate your life for 5-10 minutes on the stairs. So let's track our step count, not go too extreme, but add a little bit to what you're doing. Maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000. That'll put you up 10, 20 minutes of walking total a day. So nothing crazy, but that's going to facilitate that start of that fat loss, getting a little bit more calorie burn.
And
Once
I'm
we
gonna
get
say something real quick,
that,
Cody. I like that because I got a lot of seniors, man, that I
yeah,
take care of, and they're gonna see you and say, "Nah, I can't do that."
yeah,
But you're just saying movement, man. So I'm down. So you had me at hello with that one. I appreciate that.
perfect. And then we go to the second one. It's pretty easy as well, and that's water intake, right? And so water's going to do a few things for us, right? Number one, 80% of your muscle tissue is fluid. So if we don't have that from a performance standpoint, even if you're going up to the gym, if you're dehydrated as little as 3%, it can affect performance 10 to 20. So you might be going up there thinking you're killing your workouts, but really you're kind of going up there in fourth gear and there's a whole nother gear in that gearbox. So we want to make sure the box is checked when it comes to this. And once we check that, we're good, right? The other thing it's
Nice.
going to do from like a detox standpoint, right? If we're functioning dehydrated, we're not cleansing, we're not letting the kidneys, the liver, all the things that are actually filtering our body perform optimally. And so we want to make sure we're checking that. And then most important, it's a 10 to 20% metabolism boost getting enough fluid in. So if
Yeah.
we can get Stairmaster burning calories, drinking water, plus you're going to get more steps, right? Because you gotta pee a few more times a day, bumping that up. So easy way to increase step count and increase metabolism.
And all I'll add, man, is when I was in my obesity training, they talked about water, water, water. And you're like, what? But everything you said is what they echo. So listen up, guys. Water is important, and it's such a simple. So far, movement and water, man. We're this is not
We
that
haven't even went
hard.
to the gym yet.
That's right. We haven't gone to the gym, so I like it. So what's that third thing?
Third one is protein intake. And this is where, if we're looking from a standard nutrition standpoint, right, the USA is going to recommend zero point 0.8 per pound or
Right.
per kilogram, which is remarkably low, especially if you're someone who's into fitness training. So
Right.
I'll usually shoot for, just for generalization, 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now,
Nice.
this is more of like lean tissue, right? I don't want to get too technical with it, but if, like, let's say you're a 300 or 400 pound person, you don't need 300 or 400 grams, right?
That's
You
right.
got you
That's
got
right.
a little bit less lean in you, so you just need more than what you're doing, probably closer to 150 to 2. But just use the 1 gram per pound as a general idea on there, and this will do three things for us, right? So when the first thing in our diet, people want to chop carbs, chop fat,
Mhm.
but if we simply shifted that focus to eat protein,
That's right.
you would automatically eat less food, and so it's going to do the three things for us, right? So number one, increase satiety. Nobody, like, if you're hungry, eat 10 ounces of chicken and tell me how much more food you can fit down. It's just not going to
It's
happen,
not
right?
happening.
Number two, like, we want to build muscle when you have lean muscle tone. We want to have energy. Well, if we don't have the building blocks for that, we're not going to build squat. So we
That's
got to
right.
make sure we check that. And then the third, the metabolic rate for digesting protein is so much higher than carbs or fat. So carbs and fat are between 2 to 5%.
That's right.
Protein's upwards of 20 to 30. So if we can get those Stairmaster burning calories just by consuming more protein, I would much rather burn calories sitting on my butt than having to go work for it, right? Way easier to do.
Way easier. I love all of these, and I particularly love how simple they are. Movement, water, and protein. And the RDA, when they make recommendations, is literally the minimum requirement to keep you alive. So if you're going by those requirements, you're in trouble. And I'm kind of in a low carb keto carnivore space. And in that space, we talk a lot about the importance of protein.
Yep.
Protein is the most important macronutrient, period, end of story. So we need fat, and obviously it's okay to have some carbs, but this is great information. I hope it inspires somebody who's kind of looking at you saying, man, I don't think I'll ever get to that point. And nor do they need to. We just want people to be metabolically healthy, man. So Cody, you're the man for coming to this video. I thank you for doing that. And I also thank you for being a guest on the Protecting Your Nest podcast. I'm going to share a link to that episode in the notes, and also the resources you share as you help to train people to achieve their optimal health. So for those who are checking us out, thank you for checking us out. And like and subscribe, share, and until the next video, continue to be safe, be well, and continue to protect your nest.